Holy Fury pagan tutorial. Alright, I want to point out something though. We have our lovely name here of Zemigalians, which that name is based on our primary duchy. Our primary duchy being our first duchy is Zemigalians. It would be, if we look at the de jure duchy mode, it is the first duchy we got, which it actually doesn't have land. That is our titular title here. It's a titular duchy, which means we won't have to give it up when we actually become the king, and we can only control 2 duchies, but we will get to that later. One thing to do is, if you do have the DLC for it, you can rename a title. Like, you really don't like Zemigalians, you can toggle short name. Enable to make the title following the short name naming convention be printed without the tier of. So, but we're not going to change the name, but you can. You can call it the Duchy of Teaching, the Duchy of Bob, the Duchy of Pineapples. I don't know. Whatever you want. But you can easily do that here. You can rename any title you own. You just click on them, as long as you have that proper DLC. You can also go in and you can just rename the counties. Well, you have to rename the counties this way, but as long as you own it. You can rename these, the tribes, bum 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 bum, just by clicking. It's pretty cool. You can name everything after everybody. Well, that might be an interesting idea for a stream, but yes. We are down here raiding these guys. They do have a good amount of troops, but not quite enough. We're waiting for our threat to go down under 5. Now it has been disbanded. Our threat, though, is still at 5.9%. It will decay, and then we will go steal another county. Because that is what we do here. We steal counties. We grow our lands because we have dreams, even as we are an 11-year-old of becoming an emperor. Oh, wait. Let's wait a second and get the last bit of gold that suddenly became available when the fort fell. There we go. We're also going to come up here and see if we can improve anything. Yes, we're going to throw up our Earth Hill Fort, which will give us a little bit of a retinue, which we will then talk about. But right now we don't have one, so there's no point in talking about it. It would just be confusing. We're going to put our troops down. We do have a good amount of troops. We're not at full capacity. So we're going to go and take our Marshal, and we're going to plant him. Well, let's see which one's missing troops. You can see by the bar right here. Our capital's missing a little bit. That's missing quite a bit. That's making a little bit. And this one's missing quite a bit, because both these do have the new admin penalty for another 11 years, which slows down levy reinforcement rate quite a bit. So we're going to put this guy on Tukums and hope that he can help, because if we hover here, it tells us that our levy reinforcement rate is now 32% instead of, oh, it increases it by 32%. So we'll refill just a little bit faster. But we're going to come to look down here. And while I would love to take another little bit of land from this guy, because he does control one of our holy sites is over here. And we need two more counties to take it. We can't go to war with him again for until 789 in 2 years. So we're going to distract ourselves while we wait to go to war with him. Take Slupsk. We're going to hope that Saxony here does not take our holy land. It's quite likely they will, but we're going to pray they don't, because the more holy sites we control, the easier it will be. We control 3 of them. There's a 4th one, and then there's a 5th one over here, which is, of course, controlled by horse lords, I believe. Well, no, it's controlled by Kiev, but Kiev is surrounded by other people. With our next character, we could do a subjugation war and try and take it. But again, that's also expanding into an area that's not the de jure empire we want to build, which you will quite often find is the case. Well, this holy site is part of our de jure empire. We do now also control 3 holy sites. which is, well, we control 2 directly, and then this one is controlled right here, and we'll be getting that on our hands as soon as we're 16, so in 5 more years. But we're gonna go distract ourselves, and we're gonna go after one of these Manscanties, because he is a heretic. He is a pagan. Well, we are pagan too, but he is an infidel. We're gonna do a conquest of Naklo, because that is the only one we can take. And we're gonna take it. We're gonna raise up our troops, we're gonna call up our vassals that will help us, and we're gonna go to war. Because we have great dreams. And of course he is attacking our troops. We'll keep the speed up while we're walking across the land. But we will come and grab our another character. We've got Uncod leading the center there because he's a direct leader. We're not using this guy. We're using Brute here, who's an aggressive leader. We'll grab this guy who's got our flank terrain and he's got the forest ambusher, so he's pretty good pretty much everywhere around here because we've all got flat lands. A lot of flat land, farmlands, plains. We might have some forest. But we definitely don't have mountains or hills. That is very, very true. Alright, we're coming down. We're going to bop down over here because we really don't want to attack him across the major river. Defeat, he did take the county, but it does have a subholding, so he's got to siege that down. So we're going to come over here. And oh, we have a new regent. What happened to our mommy? Our mommy died of gouts. This man does not like us because he is a title claimant. That's not good. We could send him a gift to make him like us more, but that also gives him money to do stuff with. The only bonus is that he does have terrible intrigue. Oh dear. This could be dangerous. Alright, we're going to hop right here, where then we're going to go on up and we're going to attack these people. Because, well, they don't quite understand that we deserve to rule. We are the great Ugandi. This is our land. This is our future kingdom. We just can't really create it. And there's our victory screen. I usually do have those turned off, but I have them on for the tutorial series. Alright. We're going to siege this down. We can hurry, because we do outnumber this quite a bit. So we're going to attempt an assault, which means we are actually actively attacking. You do lose more troops, but we didn't because, well, we outnumbered them by so many. We've left 27 troops there as a garrison. We're going to hop over here. We're going to siege down the province we are attempting to take. It's a little safer. We do also need an education focus. So, let us go here. And now we can look at our education childhood focuses. You can see the ones that are outlined in red would be bad for us to take. We would likely, what that means is that these 3, intrigue, diplomacy, or learning, would likely give us bad traits from here. If we took learning, we're more likely to become envious. We could still become just or wroth, but we're most likely to become envious. Here, we're most likely to become stubborn. We're most likely to become uncouth or dull. Both really bad. But if we took stewardship, we'd be very likely to become just. But we're a tribal leader. That's nice. But not what we're looking for. We want a good chance to become ambitious and brawny. That would be the perfect combination. And plus, we want a martial education. We want to not be Midas touched, while nice as that is. We want to be, or anything else. Where's some of the different education? Oh, our father. Where's our father? Our father was the thrifty clerk. We have there we go. Like our brother was a tough soldier, though we would prefer 4 stars. The highest level. So we're going to take a martial education. We selected. Once you select it, it cannot be changed. You can click around here as much as you want. You can move this around and wait and think. But once you click this little select button, it's set. We go back here. We can click around and read them, but we can't change it. We also have too much land because this man is our regent and he is not nearly as good at stewardship as our mommy was. He's only got 4. Our mommy had 13. So we are now over our immense limit, which is very bad considering he hates us too. So we can also take something here. If we want to try... Usually construction, if I'm going for a very long, slow start, construction is good because it does make your buildings build faster and a little cheaper. Not much, but a little cheaper in terms of money, not prestige. But we're going to go up here with the castle infrastructure because that is what is needed to build the reinforced Hill Fort 3 and Stone Hill Fort 4. Which, if we come back over here, we are currently building up our Earth Hill Forts. Once, we can only build up currently to the rank of 2. See how like our training grounds is a rank 3? We want to reach a rank 4 because up here, adopting feudalism, you need to have a stone hill fort in your capital. Or to be a merchant republic, you need a large market city, which if you're going for merchant republic, then you'd want town infrastructure. So we're going to go ahead and take castle infrastructure because tech is so slow up here. And we're going to grab that. If we can get a second one, we'll probably go for town infrastructure, maybe get our city up all the way, since they do translate over. Because we have a level 2 training grounds, it will convert to a keep. The level 3 does nothing, but if we can get up to a level 4 training grounds, it will convert to a keep of a level 2. Or sorry, level 1. Level 2. Which if we go in here and we look, there's the keep. There's 6 ranks. And they're actually kind of expensive. They're rather expensive in terms of cash to build, so that's another reason to build up your training grounds is because the prestige is much cheaper than the gold that you would need to build it up. And then you also start with more levy size and garrison size when you become a feudal nation. Any questions? Please leave them down below. I'll be happy to ask. Or follow one of the links in the description down below to the Discord and ask me there as well. Either way, I'm fine. And there's also people in the Discord that can answer other ones. The iconoclast faith is triumphant. That would be a heresy of the Byzantines. That's quite common in the 769 start, that it wins out over the Byzantium, or over the Orthodox. Which did ruin an achievement for my Rome playthrough, but that's neither here nor there. So yeah, we've got some issues. We can't technically even create the kingdom right now because we don't have the money. Oh, and see, now we've got another tech. So here we go. These 3 up here are heavily dependent on what type of military you have. Most of our troops are light infantry. Apologies for the yawning. I've been yawning ever since someone had the word yawn in their name on Twitch this evening. And if we look at our warrior gather ground, though, we also have heavy infantry as our special troop type up here for our culture, for being Letogalian, which is a Baltic culture. So currently going with the tech of light infantry is good because it increases our attack, our defense, our archers' attack and defense. We have a lot of them too. What's also a good thing, though, is siege equipment, because it does make your sieges go faster. We are not sieging castles, we're sieging tribes, so it's not that big of a deal at the present time. Shipbuilding is good if you are a Norse, though the Norse get it for free in about 10 years or so. There will be an event and they will all get shipyards of level 1. Shipbuilding level 1 and boats. Military organization is very nice, though. And that's what we're honestly going to be going at, because it gives morale of armies, which makes your army stronger. It gives global supply limits, so we don't get hurt as badly walking over places that don't have a supply that's big enough. Currently, we don't have this issue. But notice that some places have supply. That shows how many troops they can support standing on it. We're currently attacking here. It can hold 17k troops. 17.7k. Some areas have less. We come all the way up here to Kola. It's only got 8.5 because Kola is kind of a wasteland. So are many of these places. It's probably one of the worst bits of land right there, and I kind of want to try and do a successful run from it. But we'll see. And so back here on the tech. But the other thing down is the plus 150% retinues. So retinues are here in the military. They're this tab. Right now we can have a retinue cap of 124. That does not equal men. Each of these are worth different points. So this one uses 105, but it's 150 light infantry. It works a little differently. Or this one uses 170 retinue, but it's 100 light infantry and 50 archers. Down here uses 900 retinue, and it only has 300 warriors. So depending on what you create is very different. Because we're tribal, we can create them with piety, which these guys are, or with prestige, these guys, or we have our tribal, a cultural retinue, which is the money one. That's a little hard to do at our point in technology. So we could currently create this one little guy because we only have 124 retinue. In terms of rating, the cavalry, the hunting party, seems to be fairly good from what we've seen so far. There's still tests going on as the game is still new. But they're much faster because they've got the light cavalry. The veteran warriors are good because you're going to be mostly focusing on increasing your tech for light infantry, heavy infantry. You'll be working on building buildings that help light infantry and heavy infantry, and so they're fairly solid. They also give you a nice core strength with the heavy infantry, or heavy, because you don't have a lot of heavy infantry to begin with, and it gives you a bit more attack defense in the as you can see, they're much better in the melee and the pursuit, while these guys are much better in the pursuing, while archers down here are very good in the skirmish and the pursue. So they tend to blend a little bit better. You could also mix it up. You could, if you had enough prestige and enough retinue cap, you can get one or two of these and one or two of those and have a little bit of archers, a little bit of heavy infantry, and just a lot of the light infantry. It's all dependent on you. Or you can just go for 150 light infantry if you really want the cheap guys. I tend not to. I tend to go for more for the heavy infantry, but the archer, and maybe add in one or two of the trappers. But that's all on you. And we only have 124%, 124 retinue cap. When we finish our building over here, we're getting a plus 100, so we will have a retinue cap of 224. And if we wanted to go around and build the Earth Hill Force everywhere, we get another 100, which is probably a good idea. We've still got time to get money, so I'm going to actually go and do that, because retinues add a lot. And that does mean, though, that everywhere we want to raise it up to level 2. But we'll get there. So we're spending a lot of money doing this, but that'll give us an extra 400 retinue. And combined, so we have 524. And then if we take this tech of 150%, we'd get another 250-ish retinue cap. So we'd only be in the 700s, which gives us a little bit better retinue, because the retinue does not stand down. Once you create it, they stand there. You keep them. You pay monthly to keep them around. You pay to restock them. I would have to double check the numbers, but I don't think you pay to keep them around anymore. No, you used to, or you didn't used to. I would double check that. I'll double check that when we do it. But yes, so retinues are good. And so we are going to go for our military organization. There isn't a head penalty, so it's plus 7.6%, but kind of ignore that. The gears are moving on these techs, so we're actually gaining them. We're not gaining any heavy infantry. None of these ones are gaining. Basically, it means that people around us have more tech than us in those areas, and so we're stealing some of their tech just slightly. You know, from osmosis, kind of. Which makes sense. There we go. We won that. He's walking there. Let's go see if we can beat him up again. Get that last 8%. It would be very nice. We would like to end this war and take this beautiful new province for ourselves. There we go. We're at 100%. And if you ever want to stop seeing these, like I typically do, you can go message settings and you can choose them. They're high priorities. These will pop up like so, or shown as a pop-up window. This is for your character. This is for characters you judge as important, or armies you judge as important. And this is just for anybody else. You don't want pop-ups for everyone. They're general people. Other characters of message interest. Alright, but there we are. We've got 100%. We're gonna offer peace, enforce demands, and we have usurped the title. We have won this war. That is our county now. If I tried to... Oh no, it's not gonna bug out. Sometimes it bugs out and doesn't let you lower your troops right away, because it will tell you that you're still got enemies in your land. Does not appear to do that. But there was the patch today, so maybe that has fixed that. Alright. Let's go and give this land away real quick. We're gonna load our filter, slot 0. Get someone with some high skills. Actually, I'm gonna give it to the strong man. No, he's married to our sister. And they've still not had kids. Alright. County of Gdansk. Oh no, did I... Oh, that's Naklo. That's what it is. Search realm. Greenland title. Oh, see, no one's gonna vote for what we want. Let's see why. Grand landed title. County of Naklo. They are malcontents. They have no particular opinion. They're being swayed by our malcontent vassal, probably. Our regent, which means we're... No, he's got none. Who's he buying a favor from? Let us see. He's buying from this man. This man's got no diplomacy. So this man with 5 diplomacy is swaying everybody to his side and not letting us give away land. He's a malcontent. He hates us. Foreigner, title claimant, because our mommy died, and this man, who's not even of our religion, is now in charge of the council. We can try awarding him a court position of champion, which makes him like us a little bit more. He's -3. We can give him Master of the Blade. +7. It's probably not going to do anything, because he is ambitious. We're going to have some trouble on our hands, likely. We need to grow up as fast as possible. Yep, yes we do. But that's where we're going to end this episode right now. So, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below. And thank you very much. Bye, y'all!